Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Students, are you listening me? Please reply. Hurry up, reply in the chat box so that I can understand whether you are listening me properly or not. Okay, very good of you. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, now I am going to discuss another topic today and hope you have understood the previous topics. I'm waiting for a while and then start my today's lecture. Walaikum assalam, all of you. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to start my today's lecture. This is English language lecture again. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. This is lecture number 34. The topic is narrations, part 7, and I'm going to discuss examples of different kinds of sentences here, which we convert from direct speech into indirect speech. The sentences which I'm going to discuss now are interrogative sentences, and you all know that interrogative sentences are those which are used to ask questions. Okay, and there will be a question mark at the end of each sentence because it is a question. Now there are some rules for the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech. The rules are: number one, remove the separating comma. That means the comma which is present between the reporting verb and the reported speech. You all know it very well. Now next step or rule is remove quotation marks. That means the inverted commas which are present in the direct speech, they have to be removed. Next is use the connector if or whether. These are the two connector words we have here, and these are two options. Anyone can be used here in the interrogative sentences. We are not using that here. We are not using to here like we have done in the previous kind of sentences. Next is change said to into asked. The whole said to has been changed into asked. Asked means here uh, the asked word is used to show the question. Now, I hope you have understood the previous sentences which we have discussed. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of interrogative sentences. If you have got any question, then I will give you the time at the end of the lecture. So you will ask me at the end. Now, interrogative sentences are given in two ways actually. First of all, we are doing the WH word sentences. It means those sentences which start with any WH word like what, where, when, why, who, whom. Okay, so there is different way to convert them in, from direct speech into indirect speech. There are different rules applied for WH words and some other interrogative sentences. So listen to me very carefully and try to understand how I am explaining. Now, the first sentence in which I have used the word what to ask the direct question. The father said to his son, comma, what is your plan for the holiday? Question mark. You can see that the question mark is also inside the inverted comma because it is included in the sentence, because the actual words of the speaker is the direct question here. So these are enclosed in the inverted commas and question mark is inside it. So I want to convert it. I first copy the subject, the father, then said to has been converted into asked, which I have already told you. Then his son, which is object here, I copy it, his son, then comma is removed here. We remove this comma directly and we do not add any connector here, and we just copy the WH word with the small w here, and then we will convert the other part of the sentence. What is your plan? Now remember this thing that when we are asking the question, always auxiliary verb comes before the subject. Like here, is comes before your. But when we are making or converting it into assertive sentence, like here, then we always use the subject first, and after that we will come to the auxiliary verb. Because in like exclamatory sentences, like imperative sentences, like operative sentences, when we convert them from direct speech into indirect speech, we are making or changing it into assertive sentences. Assertive sentences which end in the full stop, which gives positive meaning sometimes and which gives negative meaning sometimes. Okay, so here after what, I just directly come to the subject. Here the subject is your, which depends on the object. So his son is a male person, so I write his. And plan is also with the object. Your plan is the object, so his plan, it becomes his plan. And is, because it is present tense, so it is converted into past tense, was. For the holiday, it is the object or part of the sentence, so it remains same. For the holiday, that will be a, that will end in a full stop. Now the sentence becomes, the father asked his son what his plan was for the holiday. Full stop. I hope you are understanding. Listen to me very carefully and concentrate on the lecture so that you will understand everything very easily. Now, I'm giving you another example of WH word sentence, which is the WH word which I'm using here. It is where. Okay. What means kya? Where means kahan. The mother said to her daughter, comma, where are you going? Question mark. The mother, this is the subject. I copy it here. Said to is changed to ask. Her daughter remains same. Her daughter. We remove that comma. We copy the word WH word where with a small w here. Then again, I come to subject directly. I'm leaving auxiliary verb here. I'm coming to subject directly first. And the you is related. That is the second person. So it is related to the daughter here or the object. So daughter is the female person. So it becomes she here. Then are, what are you going? That is present continuous tense. So it has to be converted into past continuous tense. So are becomes was and going remains same. That is the main form of verb with ing. And full stop will come at the end. Now the sentence becomes, the mother asked her daughter where she was going. Now remember, I have told you that when we are converting direct speech into indirect speech, we are uh, using word to word conversion. It means it will become easier for you so that you can easily convert direct speech into indirect speech. Now there is another word for showing the interrogative sentence. The WH word is here, when. When means come. She said to her friend, the sentence is, she said to her friend, comma, when did you meet your cousin? Question mark. Again, you can see the whole words of the speaker with the question mark are enclosed in the inverted commas. I'm repeating all things again and again so that you can easily understand. And if you have missed anything, then you will understand or listen it again. I hope you have understood everything very clearly. So if you have not understood, then ask me at the end of the lecture. Now, please reply here that whether you have understood or not till here. Okay, okay. You have understood. Very good. Very good of you. You're replying me. Very good. Now, the sentence, I want to change the sentence here. I will not change she because it is a subject. So I copy it here. Said to is converted it to asked. Her friend, it is the object part of the sentence. So it is remains same. Then we remove comma. Then the WH word is copied here with a small w. Then did you meet? Did you meet? This word shows that it is the past indefinite tense because did has come here, so it shows that it is a past indefinite tense, and according to the rule, the past indefinite tense must be converted into past perfect tense. So we have to convert this thing, but before that we come to the subject because we have to make the interrogative sentence into and convert it into the assertive one. So You is here as a subject. So we you is the second person, so it depends on the object. Friend may be a male person or a female person, but I suppose she female person, so I have added she here. Then past perfect, for past perfect sense I have added had with the third form of verb. There is first form of verb given meet and the third form is met. Then your, again it is a pronoun, so it must be changed. If you remember in the beginning of the rules of narration which I have told you, I have told you that all the pronouns have been changed except the third person. So your depends on her friend, and I have already supposed the friend is a female person. So your becomes her, and cousin we copy it because it is the object part of the sentence, and full stop is placed at the end. Now the sentence becomes she asked her friend when she had met her cousin. Full stop. I hope you have understood till here. Now I am explaining the new word here, new sentence. It is also an interrogative sentence and it is also a WH word, and the word is who. Who means कौन. Now the sentence is he said to the guard who was knocking at the door, question mark. You can see that all the question marks are inside the inverted commas. Now he, the subject remains same, said to is converted into asked, the guard is remains same, comma is removed, and we copy who, that is with the small w. Then was knocking is showing that it is the past continuous tense here. So according to the rule, past continuous tense has been converted into past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so was has been converted into had been. Knocking remains same because it is the form of verb with ing. At the door, it also remains same because it is the object part of the sentence. Then it will be a, there will be a full stop at the end because it is an assertive sentence now. So it should end at the with the full stop. Now the sentence becomes he asked the guard who had been knocking at the door. Full stop. Now I want to explain another interrogative sentence, another WH word I have used here, which is whom. Kisse. The sentence is the manager said to the officer, comma, whom did you talk yesterday? Question mark. Now again, you can see that WH words are used to ask direct questions, and there are different WH words which I have some of them I have already explained. Now I'm explaining whom. The manager is the subject here, so I copy it here. Said to is converted into asked. The officer is copied here because it is the subject. Uh, then I remove the comma. Then whom I have to copy here, but with small w. Then again, did you talk? Did you talk shows that it is the past indefinite tense because did is here with the first form of verb. But according to the rule, I have to convert it into assertive sentence. So I move to subject first. You, that is the second person. It depends on the object. An officer must be a male person, maybe a female person. So I have supposed uh, a male person, so I have used he here. Then because it past indefinite tense has to be converted into past perfect tense, so I have written had with the third form of verb talk. And yesterday, if you remember, I have given you a chart in which there is some change in place and time. So yesterday can be converted into the previous day. If you remember it, you should learn those charts so that you will be able to do the narrations or the conversions from direct speech into indirect speech. Full stop. Now the sentence becomes the manager asked the officer whom he had talked the previous day. Full stop. Now I hope you have understood till here. Now there is another interrogative sentence which starts with the WH word. The word is why. Why means क्यों. Now the sentence is the old woman said to the maid, comma, why are you late today? Question mark. Now the old woman, it is the subject, so I have copied it here. Said to is the is has to be changed into asked. The maid is the object, so it remains same. Then we remove comma and we copy the WH word with the small w. Then again, because I want to change it into assertive sentence, so I come directly to the subject. You is used for maid here, and maid must be a female person. So I have written she here, and then are, it is showing present tense. So was is used to replace it, which is showing the past tense. Then late is the object, so we copy it, and today has to be converted into that day, full stop. That means I have used this word from the chart again. Now the sentence becomes, the old woman said, asked the maid why she was late that day, full stop. I hope you have understood till here. Now I am telling you one more word, how. It is also, it is not a WH word, but it is used to ask direct questions. So we apply the same rule here, that we are not adding any connector if there is how in the sentence, but it should be a it should be an interrogative one. The lady said to the little girl, comma, how old are you? Question mark. Now we say change the sentence. We copy the subject first. The lady said to, change into asked. The little girl remains same. Then we remove the comma and we copy how. How with the small h. Then how she was old. If we make the sentence, it is not looking nice. So how old? Old comes with how, because we are asking about the age, and then we come to the subject, that is you. It is related to the second person, so it is related to the little girl. So we change it into she, and are, because it is showing present tense, we convert it into was, to convert it into past tense. Then we add a full stop at the end. Now the sentence becomes, the lady asked the little girl how old she was. Now I hope you have understood all these sentences. We have discussed the WH words here, how to convert the interrogative sentences from direct speech into indirect speech, which are having the WH words. Now please reply, have you understood or not? Uh, Say yes or no, so that I can move forward, and I will explain the second type of interrogative sentences. Okay, very good of you. You have understood very well. Now I move to the next kind of interrogative sentences, which start with the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb means the helping verbs. You all know that helping verbs are many: is, am, are, has, have, had, will. Okay, these were, was. There are many helping verbs: do, did, does. So I'm giving you some of the examples how to change the sentences which are having the helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs. Now first sentence is, he said to his friend, comma, is this your car? Question mark. Now if there is a question asked here, is this your car, with the question mark at the end. You all know that the sentence of the, or the actual words of the speaker with the question mark is enclosed in the inverted commas. So now I change the sentence. Subject remains same. He said to is changed into asked. His friend remains same. Then here comma is removed and replaced by a word or a connector. I have given you two examples of the connector here, two options, if and whether. So I have written if here, and after that I come to the subject here. You know that I have to make it into assertive form. So this is converted into that. Is, was, is converted into was. If you remember, is showing the present tense and was is showing the past tense. So we have the rule that present tense must be converted into past tense. Your is used for friend, and it is the second person, so it depends upon the object. It is related to the object, and friend must be a boy. So I have written his, and then I have copied car here with the full stop at the end. Now the sentence becomes, he asked his friend if that was his car. This that here I have written that to convert this here. It is not the connector. Connector is if here. Remember this thing. Now there is another sentence which is which starts with the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is were here. It is also an interrogative sentence. The teacher said to the student, comma, were you present yesterday? Question mark. Now, when I change, I copy the subject. The teacher said to is changed into asked. The student is copied here, and we replace this separating comma with if, that is the connector, and then we come to subject because we have to make an assertive sentence. So we start the sentence with the subject. You is related to the object here, and a student must be a boy, maybe a boy or a girl. I have supposed that he is a boy, so I have written he. And there is a rule that were has to be converted into had been. I have given you in the chart as well. Then if he had been, present remains present, and yesterday must be converted into the previous day. It has also been given in the chart. Now the sentence becomes, the teacher asked the student if he had been present the previous day, full stop. Now I move to another one. It is also, this sentence also starts with the auxiliary verb are. She said to her sister, comma, are you going to the party today? Question mark. Now, again, you can see that all the sentences with the question mark are enclosed in the inverted commas because these are in the actual words of the speaker. Now, when I convert it into direct speech, I copy the subject first. She said to change into asked. Her sister remains same, so I copied her. Then replace this comma, replace this comma and separating comma with the connector whether here. I have used the connector whether. Then again, I move to subject. You is used for the sister, so it becomes she. Then are you going? That is present continuous tense. So it must be converted into past continuous tense, that is she was going to the party, remains same because it is the object part of the sentence. Today has to be converted into that day. If you remember, it is given in the chart. Full stop. The sentence becomes, she asked her sister whether she was going to the party that day. Full stop. I hope you have understood till here. Now I move to another sentence. There is another auxiliary verb used here to ask the question, have. Ali said to his younger brother, comma, have you finished your work? Question mark. Now again, when I'm changing it, I copy the subject first. Ali said to is changed into asked. His younger brother is changed into his younger brother because it does not change. Then we replace the separating comma with the connector if. Then you can see that have you finished is showing that it is a present perfect tense. So it must be converted into past perfect tense. But we come to the subject first, that is you. You is related to the brother, that is, it must be converted to he because brother means a boy is here. And then we convert have finished into had finished. Then your, it is again a pronoun here and it is second person, so it is related to brother. Then it changes into his, and we copy the word work here at the end with the full stop. Now the sentence becomes, Ali asked his younger brother if he had finished his work. Full stop. I hope you have understood till here. Please reply me. Have you understood or not? Please reply. Hurry up so that I can understand and I can move forward. Okay, very good of you. I understand. Okay. But if you have got any question, you can ask me at the end of the lecture. Otherwise, one more option is with you that when I will upload the video, you can go through it and find and clarify your problems or concepts. Now, another sentence I'm showing here, interrogative sentence, which starts with the auxiliary verb. It starts with will. Sarah said to her friend, comma, will you pick me tomorrow? Question mark. Again, this is a question. Now I'm changing it into indirect speech. I copy the subject first. Sarah said to is converted into asked. Her friend remains same, and comma is replaced by whether. Then we come to will you pick. It means it is a future indefinite tense, so it should be converted into conditional sentence. Now, first of all, I come to the subject, that is you. It is used for the friend. I suppose that friend is a female person, so I have converted into she. Will has to be converted into would. Pick remains same. Then me, Sarah. This me is depending upon Sarah or the subject. That means a girl, so it converts into her. Then tomorrow has to be converted into the next day. If you remember, these changes have been given in the form of chart in my previous lecture, in my beginning lecture, or when I begin the topic narration. Now the sentence becomes Sarah asked her friend whether she would pick her the next day. Full stop. Now I come to another auxiliary verb here. These are also interrogative sentences which I am going to discuss now. She said to her cousin, comma, do you like coffee? Question mark. Now, again, you can see that auxiliary verb do is used here, and it is a present indefinite tense because do is here with the first form of verb. It has to be converted into past indefinite tense. Now I convert the sentence. She remains same because it is the subject. Said to is changed into asked. Her cousin remains same. Then we replace this comma with the connector if. Then cousin may be a boy or a girl. I have supposed that is a boy, so I have written he in place of you. Then I directly convert like into liked. I have not added did here. Why I have not added did here? Because two past forms cannot come together. If I have written only one, like, it becomes the past indefinite tense, so it is okay for us. Now we copy the object coffee here with the full stop at the end. Why we are placing the full stop at the end? Because we are changing the interrogative sentences into the assertive sentences. Now the sentence becomes she asked her cousin if he liked coffee, full stop. Now there is another sentence which I'm going to explain now. Auxiliary verb sentence. The teacher said to the student, comma, did you complete your project yesterday? Again, you can see that there is an auxiliary verb did here. Did you complete, which is showing that it is the past indefinite tense. So it must be converted into past perfect tense. Okay. Now, first of all, I convert the first part of the sentence, that is the reporting verb part. The teacher, it is copied as it is. Said to is converted into asked. The student remains same, and comma is the separating comma is replaced by the connector if. Then I come directly to the subject. You, the second person, it is related to the object here. So student, I suppose that he is a boy. So I have written he for by replacing you. Then did complete, it is past indefinite, so it must be converted into past perfect. So I have written had completed, the third form of the verb, main verb, completed. Then your, it is also related to the student, and I have supposed already that he is a boy, so your is converted into his. Then I copied project. Yesterday has been converted into the previous day. Now the sentence ends in the full stop because it has been changed into the assertive form. Now I am reading the sentence. The teacher asked the student if he had completed his project the previous day. I hope you have understood all the sentences, interrogative sentences, both the types, one with the WH words, one with the auxiliary verbs. Now I am telling you again the difference between both the forms. Now, the interrogative sentences are those sentences which are used to ask questions, and the WH words sentences, when we are converting them, we are not using any connector. We are just removing the comma and we directly copy the WH word when we are making or changing into indirect speech. And when we are using the auxiliary verb to ask the questions, then we are using the connector if or whether, and we are replacing the comma with the connector. Remember all those points. Now if you have got any question, please ask me here. During that time I'm marking your attendance. Okay. Okay, have you understood? Please tell me, reply me. Have you understood? Okay, very good of you. Now I want to share with you that I will upload the video of this lecture afterwards, and the video of another lecture which I have given today. So please go through these videos so that you will be able to understand how the sentences are converted from direct speech into indirect speech. And today is the Friday, so there is a dictation day. So please, after the class, go to the Google Classroom and attempt the dictation. It is very easy, but do it very carefully, and because it has got marks, and these marks will be added in your final term marks. So please be careful. And one more thing, I will upload the assignment as well today, and this assignment is related to the exercise of direct and indirect speech. I hope you have understood very clearly everything, so you are able to do the exercise. I want you to do that exercise in the English language copies, but some of you have got no space in the English language copy. So please, if you have no space in the English language copy, do the assignment in English literature copy, but in the English language portion. Okay, make the proper portion of English language in the copies. And one more thing, please do the assignment very carefully. First of all, you have to identify the sentence, that which type of sentence is here, whether if these are interrogative sentences, whether they are starting with the WH word, and which rules we have to apply, and whether they are starting from the auxiliary verbs. So there are different rules for the conversion of the sentences starting with the auxiliary verbs. Okay, so you should be very careful when you are attempting the exercises. Okay, I hope you have understood everything very clearly. If you have got any question, please ask me. I'm waiting for you. Okay, no question. Everything is clear. Very good of you. Now I have marked your attendance. I hope you have understood everything. Okay, no question. Okay, very good of you. Now it means you are able to do the exercise. Please do the exercise very carefully. There are different kinds of sentences given in different exercises. So do them very carefully. No question. Have you understood everything? Say yes or no. Okay, no question. Everything clear. Very good of you. Now we have done all topics, all type of sentences of narrations, direct speech and indirect speech. We have done the rules, definitions, explanations, then assertive sentences, then universal truth, then imperative sentences, then optative sentences. Then we have done exclamatory sentences, and in the last we have done interrogative sentences. Now your topic of narrations has been ended here. I hope you have understood everything very clearly. Okay, so we will inshallah start the new topic in the new class. If you have not understood anything, you can ask me. You are allowed to ask now. There is little bit time left. You can ask me. Okay, no question. It's okay. If you have got any confusion, then I am telling you then that all the videos of the narration topics, all the topics are on the channel, YouTube channel. So go through those videos if you have got any confusion, and then clear your topics, clear your concepts from there. Okay. Now I want to stop here because time is going to over. Hope you have understood everything very clearly. Now I want to stop here. Allah Hafiz.